15 jobs that will disappear in 20 years due to artificial intelligence. Welcome back, Mafians, to Nugget Mafia, your one-stop place for inspirational and success tips to improve your life. Before we go further, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below so you don't miss any of our nuggets. Over the years, we've seen technology replace human labor in various fields. From manufacturing processes to self-driving cars and even virtual assistants like Alexa. Today on Nugget Mafia, we talk about some of the jobs that are set to disappear in 20 years due to artificial intelligence and advancement. Number 1. Manufacturing workers. Machines build other machines with less human interaction every year. This is not new, as car manufacturers have been using robots for decades. It's a slow and steady change, unlike some of the others listed here. Many schools are letting students manufacture things with 3D printers. This is one more reason why all students should try to take a few programming courses. Number 2. Dispatchers. A dispatcher is a communications worker who receives and transmits information to coordinate operations of other personnel and vehicles. Their roles have evolved from redirecting calls to various fields. For example, firefighting orders and deliveries, ordering taxis, and so on. The role of the dispatcher is that of coordinating people in the field for effective output. We can already see technology in our day that does this better. You can already call your cabs and pay with your smartphone. Take your Uber for example. All you need is request one and you get the closest driver to you. In very little time, artificial intelligence will give dispatchers a run for their money. Number 3. Drivers. If your job consists of driving any type of machinery, automobile or vehicle, you're likely to be out of job soon. We know for a fact that the next generation of Tesla cars will be 100% autonomous. Elon Musk himself agrees that it will take 1 to 2 years to get the tech right and then 3 more to get the government to approve it. All major car manufacturers are heading towards electric and self-driving cars. Soon, riding in a car will be like getting in an elevator. You only need to press a button and it takes you to wherever you want to go. Imagine the fate of drivers when that happens. Number 4. Cashiers. Self-checkout stations are expanding already. Certain big stores today, Walmart for example, has already introduced this technology. You won't have to give your credit card to some server you don't know to take it someplace where you can't see. This reduces the risk of getting your credit card details into the wrong hands. Some fast food restaurants now let you order and pay using your smartphone from the parking lot. Number 5. Farmers. Farming also continues to become more high-tech. On some dairy farms, for example, cows are already milking themselves. There's also the introduction of automated sprinkler systems. There is also soil monitoring systems and predictive analysis for telling when best to plant certain products. Artificial intelligence in farming also makes it possible to detect incoming weather changes. If you want to be a farmer, take as many science and engineering courses as you can. You can also expect to work for one of the 10 companies that control almost all the food we eat. Number 6. Sports officials. How many times have you had to complain or go home mad because the team you support were victims of bad refereeing? People make mistakes, after all, so why not put a robot in charge? Plus, who are you going to argue with when you feel the robot has made a bad call? It's all sensors and circuits and isn't influenced by the crowd, opposing players, or coaches. It's hard to say whether we'll see a robo-ref anytime soon, but don't be shocked when Wall-E is throwing flags in the Super Bowl. Number 7. Printers and publishers. The newspaper is dead. Bury it. Okay, that's exaggerating a bit, but come on. Traditional media is suffering as the internet is eating up everything. You no longer need to get your news from the papers, you get them via Twitter or live streams as they are happening. All traditional magazines are fighting for their lives, not to survive one versus the other, but to survive as a whole. Despite having a strong brand, they're on the verge of collapse, despite their massive push into digital media. Save people in their 60s, we have to understand that there will be little use for printed materials soon. Number 8. Travel agents. If you're a fan of sites such as Kayak, Priceline, or Hotwire, you're slowly killing travel agencies. Depending on how old you are, you've probably never needed a travel agent. But at one time, these people were indispensable. These days, you can easily find a flight, hotel, and car all from your phone, which is the main reason these jobs will soon go into extinction. Number 9. Postal workers. The number of postal workers is dwindling, and there are many reasons for that. Private companies, such as UPS and FedEx, are taking on some of the burdens. But like many other entries on this list, technology is the main culprit. Mail carriers can't deliver an email, after all, and as the mail system's facilities become more automated, fewer people are needed. Postal workers are part of America's fastest disappearing job. Number 10. Bartenders and waiters. Remember when you used to watch Sam and Cat back in the day and you'd see them to that restaurant where robots were waiters? Well, it's not fantasy anymore. This trend has already begun. I've been to restaurants where once you use a tablet at the table to order and pay. We still need humans to do some of the food preparation, but there is no reason why a robot can't serve the food. Number 11. Military pilots. The military is the most sensible industry for innovation. It is the first one to embrace it and deploy it. If back in the day, wars were decided based on who had the largest number of troops, today it's a game of technology. You no longer see people holding bayonets and riding horses because that would be inefficient. Drones hit targets more accurately than any human could, without endangering the life of the pilot sitting on the other side of the world. There is still a need for human soldiers, but not as we know them. These are the special ops. The best of the best are deployed only when there's no other technology at play. We also have robots that help clear reeds and landmines. As terrorists adapt and evolve, we will need to do the same with increasingly advanced technology. Number 12. Telemarketers. Have you noticed that there are already fewer and fewer telemarketers? Targeted ads all around the internet has taken over their entire industry. These ads are customized based on the information the tech giants have gathered from users of their platform. Facebook is not a charity organization. It uses all the data for the things you like, click on, share or engage with to create a custom profile for every single one of its users. Batch them and sell them to other companies. Ads are getting smarter as they learn more, that's why telemarketers are becoming obsolete. Number 13. Construction workers. At least 200 million people work in construction sites around the world. With developing countries wanting to expand, you'd expect this number to be on the rise. Well, technology is getting more efficient and affordable. Developers now need more machines and a more specialized workforce to use the machines to build. As technology progresses, we can see that construction workers will follow the same path as those who used to work in the farming industry in the past. Unless you're the owner of the enterprise or one of those specialized employees who are further down the line of automation, the future doesn't seem like a welcoming place for you. Number 14. Broadcast journalism. In an age when Edward R. Murrow and Walter Cronkite have been replaced by Wolf Blitzer and Brian Williams, many people have already labeled broadcast journalism as dead. Of course, this is another industry that won't disappear completely. But it is shrinking. The few positions out there will become even more competitive. Number 15. Movie stars. Human actors are expensive and moody. Pretty soon, actors will be generated by computers. The 3D animated movies like Toy Story and others already give an idea of how movies can be made without actors. Next time you see one of these animated movies, be sure to stay for the credits and read about the hundreds of jobs that take the place of a relatively small number of actors. The problem here is when the movie is done, all those people have to look for their next job. There are a lot of jobs for non-starving artists who are willing to do what the boss wants as opposed to their own thing, so don't hesitate to develop some artistic skill. While some of these skills are still useful today, we're advised not to dwell on them. So the next time you're told to learn a skill that's new and growing, don't take the advice lightly. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's nuggets. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you will be the first to know when we drop new nuggets.